So if you're a coach, a consultant, and you're trying to like get clients on YouTube by posting videos, the most important thing you need to know how to do is how to script the videos, or else no one is going to want to watch your videos in the first place. So in this video, I'm going to show you the best YouTube scripting formula for signing high ticket clients. Why should you listen to me? My name is Kola. I'm a copywriter and a content strategist, and also the founder of my YouTube consulting agency, New Horizon. And this is all I do all day, helping people like you, CEOs, busy CEOs, 5 to 6 figure figures, write YouTube videos that builds a magnetic personal brand and attracts the right leads and clients you need for your high ticket products and services. So I'll get straight into it. I'm not going to waste your time. I call this the POP scripting formula, which is pretty simple. First P for pull attention, second letter O is for offer value, and the last P is for push action. So it's pretty simple. Your videos need to pull attention, they need to offer value, and they need to push action. It's pretty simple. This is literally all you need. Every YouTube script does this thing. So if you just master this YouTube scripting formula, you can write videos you can write videos, you can script videos for days. So I'll start with the first, pull attention. So why do you need to pull attention? So you need to understand, like, whoever your target audience, whoever you're trying to attract, they are being shown thousands of videos, hundreds of videos every single day. They log into YouTube. And so pulling attention is the job of two things. One, your title and your thumbnail. So once you get them to click, then the next part is the intro, getting them to stay. So think of the intro as the first impression. So literally, the biggest job of your intro is to confirm why they clicked on the video. Like, whatever they clicked on the video is what you're going to get. For example, at the beginning, I said, if you're a coach or consultant trying to get high ticket clients on YouTube, and you're struggling with scripting, that was my intro, because I know most CEOs, most founders I talk with, they really want to build a brand on YouTube, but they literally they don't have the time and they don't know how to. So literally, this is so if you're struggling with that, this video is obviously going to appeal to you. So that's why the most important thing is you have to confirm why they clicked on your video in the first place. And then there's 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things you need to do, not 7. The first is the hook. So the hook works the same way it works on social media, or let me say TikTok and Instagram with Reels. You need a hook. So what does the hook do? The hook is what grabs their attention. It's the first part of what actually confirms the click when they stop to watch your video. So the hook could be a question, it could be a bold statement, it could be a preview of what you're going to get in the video. So, for example, a question. Let me say, I like using dating coaches because they're like one of the easiest examples. Let's say you're a dating coach for men. Your hook could be you get a question. Why is it that most women why is it that it's so hard to talk to most women, even though you know they're interested in you? So that's a question most men would ask. Oh, you know she's interested in you, but still the conversation is not flowing. So that's the question-based hook. And speaking to your audience's pain points or their desires. And then you have a bold hook, a bold statement hook, which is pretty simple. A bold statement hook is pretty simple. It's for example, let's say, using the dating coach example. Okay, now let's use a business coach. Hey, I've I've made $2 million in the last 30 days. It's a very bold statement. So if someone, let's say the title of that video is how to make $1 million in 30 days. So literally, if you start off saying I've made $2 million in the last 30 days, you have the attention, because one, you've confirmed the click and it's a bold statement. Who this guy, has he actually done this? Because that's what's in their mind. And then the preview could be literally using the same business coach example is let's say basically you show them what's gonna happen in the video. Let's say it's a reaction based video, then you show them someone reacting to, oh my gosh, did we actually just hit $2 million in revenue or someone saying. So basically there's a reaction that's happening later in the video. Or you bring it to the front to pique their curiosity, to confirm why they clicked on the video. So that's the job of the hook. The next thing you need to do is you need to have a contrarian take or a claim. So this is important because this is what makes you different. This is what makes you unique. You need to understand that your audience has probably tried different things before, so they want to hear something unique. They want to hear something different. It doesn't necessarily have to be different, but you have to frame it as something different. For example, using the dating coach example again. So let's say um um if you're struggling to attract if you're struggling to attract women, um using dating apps, using dating apps. What else? I don't really have that problem, so that's why I'm struggling. Okay, using dating apps is like maybe a common solution most men try. Um, Blind dating. I don't know, going to like a club or social place. Yeah, so let's say if you're struggling to attract women, if you're struggling to attract the right women, let's say the contrary ticket, going to the club using dating apps is not going to help you out. These are common solutions. So now you have picked the interest. Okay, what is going to help me out? And this is where you bring your claim. I've been able to help 20, 20 it's still good. Let's say I've been able to help 200 men find their dream partners using this secret app or this secret tool or this secret technique or whatever it is. Essentially, you want them to understand that you have something they've never heard of or seen before. And even if they have, you're framing it that way. This keeps them hooked. That okay, I'm going to learn something new. The most important feeling when someone is going to watch your educational YouTube video is it has to feel new. It has to feel like, oh, this isn't. I haven't seen this before. Because that's what makes people stay. This is new because that's the biggest emotion that drives us. Oh, this is new. It's not this thing that doesn't work. This is this new thing that's going to help me. And it could be the exact same thing. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the importance of the contrarian take and the contrarian take or slash claim. The next is the proof slash credibility. So they need to know why this thing you can trust this thing. So do you have like proof? Third party proof, clients you've helped, things you've done. So for example, my proof is I work with Sid, he's a YouTuber. We've grown his channel to we're going to 2K subs. We're launching his with he sells guides online, and we've been able to scale or we're still in the middle of it, honestly, because we just launched his offers. But within the first week of launching, we've already gotten like 10 sales. More like first couple of days, but we have a proven framework and I know it works. I know, and where most of our sales are coming from, YouTube, Instagram, and the funnel we built using YouTube and Instagram. So that's like the proof I have that I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm talking about, and I'm confident that I can help someone else who is trying to grow on YouTube, who is trying to direct that traffic from YouTube to Instagram to close them the DM or to direct them to an email list to close them via email. I know how to do that. I do that every single day. Yeah. And the credibility is I've been a copywriter, I've been a content strategist for the last 2 years now. This is literally all I do. I create content, I spend literally all my time researching and writing scripts. So I am pretty good at it. So that is why they should listen to me, because it's so important to let people know, okay, why should I listen to you? What proof? What proof can you show me? What credibility? Because so just understand this. Proof is third party, showing what you've done for others. Credibility is you. What things do you have that you've done for yourself? So, for example, if you are a business coach, if you've grown your business to 100K a month, okay, that's credible for you. If you have degrees, if you've worked with like some huge Fortune 500 companies, that's proof because it's third party. It's showing that, okay, you've helped others apart from yourself. So credibility is first person is, I have this thing, I have this skill. So it can literally be anything. This thing that you have, that is unique to you, this skill that is unique to you, this experience unique to you, and proof is third party. So we always need to mention this in the intro. And then next is a big promise. So the big promise is basically the transformation you're going to promise them. So, for example, using the dating coach example, by the end of this video, you know how to attract any woman you want. If you're a business coach, by the end of this video, you know how to scale your business to 6 figures in just 2 weeks. Unrealistic, let's be real. But I'm just saying, like, if you can actually do that, then that is the transformation they are seeking. So the biggest, most important thing you need to understand with the big promise is the transformation. What transformation are you going to show them? Why should they stick on the video? Right? It's the transformation. Okay, this is what you're going to learn how to do. And then the plan, basically you break down the steps or the list of things that you're going to show them. So by the end of this, using the dating coach example again, by the end of this video, you know how to attract any woman you want. Yes, 4 simple steps I learned from whoever you learned it from, or 4 simple steps. We could say attraction, pulling away, whatever the steps would be. Honestly, I am not a dating coach. Do not meet me for dating advice. Please don't meet me for dating advice. But essentially, whatever the plan actually is, you let them know. So basically, the way we do the plan is you give them the steps and like the benefit, a little benefit, like okay, yeah, so So basically, we're going to go through attraction basics so you can actually attract the chatting basics. So you know what to say on Instagram that actually gets that turned on. Things like that. So give them like the plan rundown of this is what you are going to see inside, and then you open the loop. So what is an open loop? An open loop is literally how we engage. Then we're going to use it a lot throughout our videos. So what is an open loop? It's pretty simple. I'll give an example. Let me use the dating with example again. Um, by the end of this video, this is the big promise. I'm going to show you how to attract any woman you want. I have 4 simple steps any man can follow. But this is the first thing most men always mix up. Did you see what I did there? That's the open loop. So I've gotten their attention, and then, but this is the first thing most men always mix up because I've opened the loop of something they want to know. So just understand this about open loop. It's opening is started with something that keeps them curious. So stick to the end. Saying, but I'm going to start with something most men always miss. What is that thing most men always miss? So in your audience's mind, they're thinking, okay, what is this thing? Am I missing it? So the goal of the open loop is to make your audience curious. Keep them curious. Keep them wanting to know more. Like, okay, there's something more I need to know. That's the goal of the open loop. And that is the end of the intro for our video. That's pulling attention. So that is how you pull attention. The next is offering value. So a lot of people, they may do their intro very well, but they mess up with the body section. Why? Because it's boring. You are a boring person. You are boring. And what's the number one way to stop being boring? Storytelling. A lot of people don't tell stories in their videos, and stories are it's what's going to build your brand. It's what's going to make you unique online. What stories are unique to you? And it's the best thing about stories is nobody can copy your stories. I can't stress this enough. No one can copy your stories. Like, they can use the same AI tools. They can use the same AI tools. They can basically copy everything else you do. But your story is unique to you. It's the one thing your audience can connect with. It's one thing that builds that brand that people like and trust and want to buy from. So when I see people who make videos and there's no storytelling, bro, tell the story. The people want to hear a story, a personal story of something you learned. And the most important thing about stories is it drives a. That is why we love movies so much, because it is. If Let me ask you this question: if you sort of start saying, I don't mean this to be offensive or anything, but let's say I'll use an imaginary country where they are suffering from terrorism, and then you have like 200,000 kids die, and it's a statistic. You just say, 200,000 kids die, in I'm going to give it an imaginary country name in Gondaland. Yeah, 200,000 kids die in Gondaland. It's like, oh my god, that's so sad. But it's factual. But if you see a story telling how this family tried to escape, they tried to look for food, they couldn't get food, and this little kid is suffering. He lost his mom, his dad during this war, and he's trying to escape. And it's a riveting story showing you from this child's lens how he's trying to escape. You feel more empathy because you can relate, because you have a son, you have a daughter, you have family too. So you see yourself in this kid's shoes and what he's trying to escape. And eventually, at the end of the movie, he doesn't make it; he dies. And then it reinforces the reality of kids that die during these war times. And that's the difference between facts and stories. So a lot of you make these videos and you just tell me facts. Do this. No, what's the story? Why should they care about the facts? So that's the most important thing. And that's the first thing, the why. The why is the story. Why should they care? What is going to drive this point home? What's going to paint this vivid image in your mind that tells them, oh, okay, I understand why this is important. What makes your audience put themselves in your shoes and see, okay, this is the mistake you made, and if they do the same thing, they're going to make the same mistake, or a mistake someone else made. So that's why we need stories and analogies, because it helps drive the point home. It makes it stick. Facts, people forget facts. Most people don't forget stories. Do you understand what I'm saying? To give you an example, I don't know if how many of you watch movies. I kind of really love movies. I want to make them in the future. Um, I'll give you an example. If they told you, I don't know how many of you guys have seen Black Panther, the movie about with R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. Uh, Black Panther had Chadwick Boseman, really awesome movie. Um, But when I see most people talk about Africa online, the one thing they remember about Africa is Wakanda. Wakanda forever. Why? It's not even real. It's from a movie. But that's the one thing they remember. But what is the fact? The fact is Africa is struggling from structural and political issues. But nobody cares about those things. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because there isn't a movie that has shown the depth of this issue that Africa has faced. But there is a movie that shows how cool Africa can be, how futuristic Africa can be. And so most people know Wakanda forever, but they don't know much about Africa. So I'm telling this to kind of buttress the fact that stories are so important. And if you can learn to tell stories in your videos, oh my God, you will build a personal brand. You'll be so shocked how many leads, how many clients, how many people become fans. They're willing to buy anything, not just they're literally willing to buy anything from you because you know how to tell your own stories, which what makes you unique. So that's the most important thing is the why. What is the story? Because the why is what makes the what important. So the what is pretty simple. The what is the whatever lesson you want to teach them, whatever step it is, whatever lesson it is, whatever theory you want them to understand. That's the what. But the why makes the what important. And that is the two most important things for offering value. Why, what, how. So the how is now the step-by-step actionable things you might teach them or the insights you share with them. But you need to know the why and you need to know the what. Why is it important? What is this thing? And how do they do that specific thing? Then at the end of the day, you need a payout and a benefit. So the benefit paints the picture of their light when they've done what you said and they're getting the result. So after that, we head into another open loop. Basically, another open loop is really simple. It's to rehook them. So, for example, let's say you're making a video on, I'll use a dating coach example again. 4 tips to 4 dating tips to attract any woman you want. So it's 4 dating tips. So basically, you do this for each tip. So each tip is gonna have its own why, its own what, its own how, its own payoff, its own open loop, and then we head on into the next tip. So the same thing is why, its own what, its own how, its own payoff, benefit, open loop, open hook, and then a slash rehook. So, but there's another way you can do this. You can, let's say, oh, you don't have like 4 different stories for each tip. You can have the overall story, which is the why. The overall story, which is the why. What the biggest lesson is from that why, and then how. Then you just go into the 4 steps. So, but essentially, you need to understand the place of the what and the how. So you can have for each point can have its own why and what, can have its own why and what, and you can have a general story, which is one lesson, and then how they can benefit, how they can step by step, how they can copy that lesson, and then what they're going to benefit from copying that lesson. So that's basically it. And then this is the last part of this formula, push attract. This is a part a lot of people don't do. So let's now you giving them 4 tips to attract any woman they want. So you remind them of the goal or the pain point. So let's say if you're dating coach, I'll use this as an example. So you now know the 4 tips that will help you get anyone you want. But if you don't know, but if you're making these 10 texting mistakes, you still won't get any woman. So literally, they still have a gap to fix. So maybe these 4 tips will help them be more attractive, help them talk better in person, help them what else? Help them approach women, yeah. But after they approach women, what's the next problem? Oh, texting. They may not know how to text. They may not know what to say on a phone call. So that's the gap they still have. So this is when knowing your audience deeply becomes important. Because if you can literally map out all the problems they have, okay, you remind them of the goal slash the pain point, and you're like, okay, so I guess now you know the 4 tips that have to get anyone. But if you're making this 10 texting mistakes or 10 chatting mistakes, you still won't pull any girls. So that's the gap they still might have. And they're like, oh yes, that's true. I've made a video showing you exactly how. Click the video on the screen to check it out. It's that simple. That's a call to action. So you can literally point them to another YouTube video, a lead magnet. Let's say you have a PDF or a course, a free course, whatever it is, or a webinar, tell them to check it out. Point them to a product. You can point them to your paid product, point them to your service, book a call with you, or just point them to check out your website to check out your website. Essentially, when you do this, you show them, oh, this is the next thing they need to do, and you can help them out with it. So I hope you found this video valuable. If you follow this scripting formula, you never have problems finding clients from YouTube. I guarantee it. And yeah, if you need help with this, you can book a call. This is the first link in the description. This like all day. And if you don't have time to do this yourself, you'd rather want someone who's been doing this for a really long time, handle everything for you, just book a call with me. We'll talk to see if I can help you out and then see if we can move forward from there. If you're like, nah, I want to do this myself, that's cool. I have a free 25-minute training on this channel. It's completely free. Just click the video on your screen to check it out now. I'll see you later. Peace.